That's physically broken. So, let's see what we're dealing with here. Let's see here. Okay, so here's our machine. It looks like, I wonder, oh, I see what happened. Okay, so this screw here for the front of the screen, there's a round barrel shaped, what's it called? Screw. Well, there's a screw that goes into a brass fitting. That fitting came out of the back of plastic.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is this whole back piece gets replaced because it let go.
Not the screen, but the back.
Yeah, it still functions, right? The screen still functions?
Yeah.
I see that. Okay, so physically, technically the screen itself still displays a good image.
Yeah.
So the screen isn't what's compromised.
No.
This plastic here is basically the chassis, which holds the weight of the screen. So this screw here let go because of how thin this screen is. The screw is so short. It didn't have
Probably got battered around a little bit.
Yeah. So if we can find this back plate for this particular Lenovo, then that would be the fix for this. Okay, so.
I can leave it?
Yeah, you'll leave it with me. I can see about the part, and I'll quote you with the price before I even order the part.
Okay.
So that's where we stand here. You have the part, the charger for this?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so we'll revisit this. Okay, cool. So now the other request
is to load Microsoft on this.
Got it. All right. All right.
Are you broadcasting? Or
yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, that's what I was trying to do. Sorry, I didn't say so. Yes, I'm recording my interaction with you. So as long as you're not telling everyone passwords or private info, we're good. All right. So, but you are on microphone. That's part of what we're up to. All right. So, okay. So, this is a brand new setup.
Yeah.
The other machine, is it working fully?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Sense?
No, I'm sorry. This is your computer, right?
Yeah.
But what we're doing is upgrading you from your old computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, has it basically been working? It looks like it last sunk up just yesterday. You were using it yesterday?
I was trying to get it started, but just didn't have the time or...
Got it. Okay. Okay, so what I think I want to do is, do you want to, necessarily speaking, come back after I reinstall Windows so it doesn't have all the retail crap on here? Or, I mean, you can wait, but, I mean, it's going to take me 10 to 20 minutes to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to, because I want to eliminate the free software this thing came with, which ultimately makes it a less reliable experience.
Okay.
What I want to do...
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll reinstall Windows on this Lenovo because this is in an out-of-the-box condition.
Right.
So I'm going to force it off. Okay, so, and now it's going to be one of these F keys to allow me to reboot from Windows stick here. Let's see, probably either F9, 10, or 11. There, so now it was, yeah, it's literally one of those. So what we're doing basically, I'm going to show everyone what's up. All right, there we go. Actually, there, that's a good one. All right, okay, so we're going to, let's do this. Let's see here. There. Okay. We are going to choose the USB stick. Now it's going to boot off of that memory stick. This delay is normal. there. All right, so it's going to boot up. Ah, there we go. So now it's booting off of my USB memory stick. You want to pull up that chair a little closer if you want? Okay, so what I'm doing is reinstalling Windows to get rid of all that free retail crap that comes on all new machines. All right. Actually, let's do this. Let me go. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, let's do screen capture. Nope. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go. Pretend we don't have a product key. Windows 11 Home. And then we're going to hit next. Okay. So this will be basically the virgin copy of 11 without all the retail crap. So I'm going to delete all these partitions because we don't know what Lenovo chose to install. Alrighty.
I'm glad I came by.
Well, that's what I do. I set up everything as I recommend, so that way you don't have extra bloatware slowing us down.
Bloatware.
Yeah, all that free. So like, there's free trial version, like 3-month version of virus protection, and all that crap you don't need. Yeah, let's just make sure you're nice and reliable by starting from the ground up. Good. So what I'm doing is good. So we're live on YouTube. So you'll also be able to revisit this if you wanted. Yeah. So that's the gimmick. I filmed the interaction on YouTube, and everyone else gets to see what's up. So we're just reinstalling Windows now. I needed to check my audio. So we're reinstalling Windows. This will probably take another 10 minutes. And then we'll do some updates and then install Office and then remarry your cloud account, which is your live account, your OneDrive. I could tell that you had OneDrive. That's probably something I helped you set up before anyway. So that when this thing fails, let me move this stuff. Yeah, why don't you, just put that on top of that desktop right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. There, this is actually chair 2 if you wanted.
Okay, yeah, I do.
It's kind of a nifty little stool setup. Actually, there's a handle if you want to sit taller. Yeah, right there. Yeah, here, let me see. I'm checking my options here. There we go. Yeah, I think the talking head is my best camera right there. All right. This is my new setup, so I'm experimenting with what camera options I have. All righty, so it's about a third done.
What cameras do you use?
I'm using this one here.
What is it?
Oh, this is a document scanning camera, sort of like the modern day of what an overhead projector was when we were in school. So this company is IPVO. So these are relatively affordable cameras. And then I got another one over there. So
I was wondering where that was.
Yeah. So if I click this, I've got this camera here.
Yeah.
I got another one of these green cameras over this desktop view over here. And then what we're staring at here is obviously this one. So this camera right now is the most valid since I don't have another one to be looking at. Normally, if I had one more camera, that one's a little high. It's also kind of failing. If I literally touch it, it might stop broadcasting. So I got to get one more camera to show my face while I take this camera to do something like this and show everyone in the world what's going on. So essentially what we're doing is I got a retail copy of Windows directly from Microsoft's website. We're physically installing that on your hard drive, brand new.
Great.
So this will be a faster, more effective setup rather than whatever retail crap
Yeah.
Lenovo got paid for. So I could
Yeah.
tell you the other reason you have that software on it, on this hardware, is because Lenovo got paid 30, 50 bucks
Yeah.
to have that trialware installed. So like there's the free version of Dropbox. They got paid, I don't know, $5 for the privilege of putting that bit of software on this hardware.
Yeah.
So in turn, yeah. So it's a augmented price that allows you to pay 50 bucks less for the computer. Otherwise, this would have cost another 50, or that's a vague guess. I don't have factual numbers, but essentially, it's a subsidized cost.
Huh.
So that's why you get stuck with that free software, which is not good for performance. And when things break, it's just added confusion about what possibly broke.
I'll talk to my grandson, and maybe you should reinstall his operating system as well.
I do it all the time. In fact, usually that's what I do when someone says they have a virus. Because it's the only, it's a ham-fisted approach, but it's the more reliable approach to de-virus infecting a machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're up almost 100% done. And now we're going to have a bunch of like 20 minutes worth of updates to do after this.
Okay.
But essentially, we can work around that. We'll get Office in here, which is essentially the one thing that you've paid for that you want installed, right?
Yeah.
Good. And then any other software?
No.
Okay, well then that's pretty much...
Probably, but I'll deal with it.
Right.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Right, got it. I understand. Yeah, unfortunately, you're just going to have to use it to decide what isn't working. And usually when a file that you've created isn't working, it's because you didn't install the software you needed, because that's what got installed to create the software. Like Microsoft Office. If you try to open up a Word document without that installed, it'll give you a funny looking icon, and it won't give you the full featured. You'll be able to open it up in Word document, but the formatting won't work. So any software you paid for will need to be reinstalled for the software for the files that you've created. So there we go. We're almost done. When we restart, it'll ask for your identifying information. So is this are you going to continue using the old machine, or are we firing the old machine and moving on to this?
Firing the old machine.
Is it not working reliably?
No, it's great.
All right. Well, okay. All right. That's why I asked, because you have the option.
Have the option of
Using the other one still, if it's still working.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll ask my daughter. Oh, unless it was you
What? What about me?
who installed Office on his machine as well.
All right.
But I don't know. I'll find out.
Whose desktop was that the last time you were here a couple months ago?
Mine.
Okay.
Yeah. So what brand?
Oh, well, that camera, it's called an Amcrest, but it was a knockoff. It was a $50, $40 camera. I bought it at the beginning of the shutdown, basically.
Yeah.
So that thing, I saw this camera going for like $200 by some of the sellers on Amazon, because everything for camera-oriented sort of stuff was totally inflated, because they figured everyone was forced to work from home.
Yeah.
So that camera retails, you should spend maybe $40 on something like that. This camera here, this document scanner camera, it's actually a high quality camera for 80 bucks, but it's very entry level. It doesn't have zoom, and it doesn't have a backlight built in. Like there's a $300 version that does that, but I can't justify that, and I don't necessarily need it since my lighting is controlled throughout the rest of what I'm calling my set. So if this is something that might make sense to you, now you have a camera in your laptop right here.
Yeah.
So all laptops have that camera.
How is it?
Not very good. I mean, the camera, it's okay. But yeah, if you really want quality, this would be an upgrade, but it's a laptop. You don't necessarily want to have to plug in a camera to a laptop. But for a desktop, this would be my option.
Huh.
I mean, this is actually totally not what this camera is designed for.
IPVO.
IPEVO. And ultimately, I thought it was not going to be very good, but it seems to be pretty much what I need.
Huh.
So it's designed for basically turning a computer into an overhead projector as we used 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Huh.
Let me calibrate it. It keeps getting out of focus. All right, so Windows, we just reinstalled Windows in about 15 minutes. All right, United States. All right, first thing I'm going to do is plug in the Ethernet because I want to do a local account. We're going to skip the keyboard layout. Let's see here. Wow, you got 3 USB-A and no Ethernet. Okay, so what I want to do, I have Ethernet. So this is what I was here the other day with someone else. Not the other day, a couple hours ago actually. This is Ethernet right here to plug in Ethernet cable for the internet. And then this plugs in, oh, this machine doesn't have USB-C, does it? All right, so I need to find this thing for USB-C. This has USB-C, I need one for USB-A. Let me see here. That's HDMI.
So a USB-A converter.
USB to Ethernet. But if you're on the Wi-Fi, it's not really a big deal. Oh, there it is. I was using it the other day. It's still plugged into my other whiz-bang here. All right, I forgot. Let's see here. I was using it on another computer. I wondered where it went. See, this one here has Ethernet right there. Oh, that's also USB-C, darn it. This is a brand new computer. It doesn't have USB-C? Well, that's annoying. All right, let's see here. What do we want to do about that? Let me see here. I got to find my Ethernet to USB-A adapter because I want to do a local account. Let's see here. My whiz-bang local account. Whiz-bang local accounts. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Whiz-bang local account. I'm surprised. Brand new machine that doesn't do USB-C. All right. That's why I wasn't ready. Let me see if I can find what I need here. Let's see. We don't have native. USB-A is all we got. Interesting. I wonder if this one will work. It's Apple, but I wonder. Let's see here. Let's see here. Who's calling me? Hi, this is Chris.
Hello, Chris Silverto.
Hi, this is Chris.
Hello?
Yes, this is Chris.
Sorry. This is South Bay Technology Guru?
Yes.
Okay, I called a couple months back, I think in March. I was talking about, asking if you could do PC repairs. And you said I could just drop it off, like, that weekend. But I was gone and I kind of forgot, and I'm sorry about delaying. I'm not sure if you remember, but I was still curious if you'd be open anytime soon.
Yeah, that should work.
Alright, do you know when you'd be when you'd be next available?
I'm at the shop right now if you want to come by.
Okay, I think we could probably. Does Sunday work? I don't know if we can until Sunday.
Yeah, I don't work on a Sunday.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. If I'm in the neighborhood, I can make myself available if all you're doing is dropping it off. I live in town, so we could do that.
Sorry, I'm not trying to take you out. Would Monday be better?
Yeah, Monday's probably better.
Yeah. All right.
Just give me a call as you head over to make sure I'm here at the shop and not at lunch or doing a house call.
Okay, for sure. It might be someone else calling though.
That's fine.
Be, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Okay, so let's just do it this way here. Mouse. I can't find my USB-A enabled Ethernet adapter.
What is USB-C for?
USB-C is the new USB. I'm surprised this thing being brand new doesn't have it. It's the new standard.
And so what I should get is a converter
Yeah,
to USB-C.
what I'm recommending is essentially something that goes, yeah, so this is USB-C. I'm showing online here. That USB-C is what all modern, what I thought was all modern computers has. Is that your daughter?
Yeah.
Do you want to answer that?
Yeah. Hi, Soro.
Hi, Dad. Did you just call me?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up?
I have Brendan's computer and I'm fixing it.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And
Okay.
who installed the software?
Probably Bill did. I wish you had said something to me because I had extra memory to put into that computer that I didn't want to mess with doing, so I could have had you take that with you.
Well, I'm dropping it off so I can
Yeah.
bring the memory.
Yeah,
when
just
I
bring it back.
pick up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm with Chris.
Okay. Yes. I think Bill. Bill gave me that computer.
Oh, that's
But
right.
he also wiped it. Is there a problem with the software? A key
No.
or something?
No, it seemed to fire up fine. It just looks like the screen hinge is broken.
Yeah, my son was carrying it around by the top.
Right, got it.
Yeah, I thought we had gone through that. I had yelled at him often enough about it, but yeah, he kept doing it. Now he learned why you don't do that.
Right.
Is there anything? Is everything okay though? Is there any
We're
questions?
just looking at it now, and I thought as long as I'm here, we'd upgrade the software.
Okay, that sounds fine.
But haven't even looked at it yet. I'm going to drop it off while Chris looks for a screw for it.
Well, I got to replace the back panel.
The back panel.
Back piece of plastic is broken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
All right, Dad. Thank
Do you have
for
anything
taking
else?
it over there. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Not a big deal.
He probably hit his little brother in the head with it.
Oh. It's all right.
Oh, so you were saying what I should get is
One of those little dongle adapters that goes Ethernet to USB-C. I'm sorry, USB-A, because this only has USB-A. Let's call this, what is this? This is a Lenovo.
Ethernet to USB-C.
Well, in your case, A, because you have an older machine, or you don't have an A connection. Yeah. All right. In a second, I'm going to sit you right here because it's going to have you log into your Microsoft account since you've already got OneDrive. And I'm going to take the camera off your screen so that your login information doesn't show up. Go ahead and sit. I'll sit over here.
So I'm logging into my Microsoft account?
Yes.
Unlike like everyone else in the world, I can't remember my passwords.
That's all right. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So don't say your email out loud. So just type your email and log in there. It's going to be your Microsoft account.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't know if you're mistyping. It looked like you were struggling getting the key.
You said my email.
Yeah, it is, but go ahead and your email is going to be what you use to sign in to your Microsoft account. That sounds complicated, but that is what I'm trying to articulate.
What's happening? Why don't I?
Yeah, it looks like you can't finish. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying
Finish
to?
my email.
All right. Is the keyboard not doing? Here, let me move some stuff out of your way here. Just bring it closer to you there. Now try it. It seems like you keep moving a button. Yeah, so now left click on the mouse. That's there. Now start typing. There. Good. Now type your Microsoft password.
LM.
All right, good. So now we're going to be able to just log in to Microsoft and your stuff will just fall on the machine. Okay, you're going to create a PIN. So instead of typing your password, you can type a 4-digit code. Go ahead and create that here. Don't say it out loud. Do it again down below. You're going to type, or you're going to click down below here. There, now do it again. Good. And then hit the blue.
I hate pads.
Yeah, I use an external mouse whenever possible also.
So what was that? That was my PIN?
Yes.
Microsoft PIN?
Yes. Okay, so we're going to set this up as a new device.
Oh, I had one. But anyway.
Yeah. We're going to sign into your same account, but we're going to pull in all your data separately. Okay, here we go. Skip that. We don't need to customize our experience. Okay, good. No, we don't need to join Xbox Live. So all your
So
data.
this is Microsoft.
Yes. So all your stuff that's on the old machine will just show up over here.
So I think this is the mouse for it.
You have a little plugged in. Yeah, go ahead.
I thought it,
You have a wired mouse?
yeah,
All right.
I think this is it.
Yeah, that doesn't look like mine. There you go. Well, let's move mine here. There you go. Here. Yeah, you got. There. Now, oh, what? There. Now it's in.
And what is this?
That's your USB A. That's USB A. That's the USB we've been using for the
so
last
this-
20 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah. So we don't, technically that's now obsolete, although it's not really obsolete because it's still valid. But it's the USB we've been using for the last, I don't know, 2001, 2000, whenever USB came out.
So I want a USB to a USB-A to a USB-C.
No, you want a USB dock that's USB-A that allows Ethernet, HDMI, and what do you call that? Yeah, a dock is basically what that's called. So you can have USB. See, this does USB-C, which is the new thing, and then this gives you backward support for the USB-A, and then it has Ethernet on the back. You can get Ethernet to USB-A from Amazon for like $10, if that's all you wanted.
Ethernet to USB-A.
Yes, there, that's the right verbiage. So now we're going to sign into OneDrive or make sure everything is signed in properly so that your stuff just starts to show up. Okay, OneDrive is already signed in, so your stuff should just start showing up. Not activated. Let's see here. Let's activate Windows Home. This machine is brand new.
Yeah.
You just bought this.
Yeah.
You just pulled it out.
A month ago.
Hold on. Okay, well, I think we might just need to do some updates. What it's implying. Okay, we'll revisit that. All right. It's not activating. That's interesting. This brand new machine doesn't want to do Windows 11, but I think that's just because you're missing some updates. All right. Not a big deal. Okay, so we'll deal with that. Let's get Office installed. Let's go to Microsoft Office. Oh, come on. Do you have a Google Chrome account?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I think so.
Try to sign into your AOL email right there. I want to see if you have some settings saved in the Chrome browser. Yes, Brandon, yes. That's installing updates. That's why the screen just went blank. Here, can you try that again? Type your password. We're setting up a brand new machine. Brandon. That's all right. You think you typed your password properly?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Oh, you said you said.
Type your password. I'm wondering if you have a Google address. Go ahead and type your password now.
For Google?
Yeah, but it might be your email password. Okay, so that didn't work. See if you have a Gmail or a Google password somewhere.
Yeah, I got a Gmail, I got Google Docs.
Gmail right there. That looks like it's that right there. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, you mistyped your password. Try it again. You weren't typing it properly.
Yeah. Google.
Okay, so it's not a big deal. It doesn't look like you have a Gmail password. Oh, actually you do. You just don't know the password. So let's do this. Forgot password.
So okay.
Type your password one more time here. I don't know why they ask you to type what you think the password was at some point. Go ahead. Type it one more time. You change your password without realizing it because it's not documented up to date. Go ahead and type the same password you thought it was.
Oh.
Yeah, I know the verbiage is not obvious. Okay, good. Where's your phone?
Right here.
Yeah. Use the camera app on your phone to scan the QR code. Good. Open up your camera. Good. Good. So you do have a Google Chrome account. So you probably have some favorites in the cloud, which is what we're retrieving. All right. Good. To help you. But we don't know the password. Come on, Google. We don't know the password. Here, type in random password right there. Type the last
Random.
password you remember. Yeah. I don't know why Google does this. Just hit next.
I'm not done.
All right.
There it is.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're not going to worry about your Google account right now. We don't care that much about it. Screw it. Okay, not a big deal. Let's get Office installed. Continue and start browsing. Okay, so what we want to do is go to Microsoft.com. And make sure we have Office access. So we're signed in. Now we're going to go click on the account here. Are we signed in?
Can I turn the slide off?
Oh,
Or you use that.
I'm
You're
using it.
using
Yeah, otherwise it'll be
Perfect.
too dark to see. Okay,
Perfect.
Microsoft. Yeah, sorry, it's a little bright. Otherwise we turn into black shadows.
Ah.
Then no one can see our faces. All right, so here's Office. Manage. Okay, so what we want to do, there, Office, there. So you're paying the $100 every year for 365.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to install right now. But before I actually do that, I want to finish some of the updates that just happened because you got some partial updates that are not totally installed yet. Okay, so that's good. I just want to make sure any updates aren't half installed. Alrighty, so you're gonna type that.
Do you like this camera?
Yeah, anything that's in a laptop is gonna do the job. I mean, you can get better cameras if you're really into it, or if you're like an executive and you're behind a camera all the time doing Zoom calls all day, and you want to look good, you need to get yourself an upgraded camera. Because even in an Apple, which are traditionally more expensive machines, their cameras have always been kind of eh. So go ahead and do your 4 digits right there.
That I'm
The
going to create.
pin, the pin you already created. The pin that it had you create,
Yeah.
type that right there.
Okay.
Good. See, now that's what got us in here. And now we're going to go to your downloads folder. And that tiny piece of software I downloaded for Office is right here. Now it's going to take about 5 more minutes to install Office. And then once this is done, Then we're going to have some updates to do, and then I want to make sure your OneDrive is doing its job.
What's my OneDrive?
Your cloud backup. Oh, let me see here. Settings, it looks like it's not totally set up. Sync conflicts. Account. Okay, choose which folders to back up. Did you bring your other computer?
Yeah.
I don't suppose you can fire that up for me.
Yeah.
I want to see how much stuff you might have, because we should start to see stuff kind of fall onto this machine. Yeah, it's a nice fast computer.
You say it's fast?
Oh yeah. Would you say, okay, there's all your stuff. Yeah, why is it not dumping onto your machine here? Let me know when that comes up. I want to compare apples and oranges here. I want to see
Takes a while.
how much data is on that machine. Oh, your stuff's starting to show up. Good. It's taken a while. There it is. It's just not the OneDrive account. Got it. Yeah, okay, it's showing up. It's just not totally obvious. Do you have it? Okay, let me know when it's up. Right now we're just
It's up.
installing Office. All right, so do you have a bunch of icons on your desktop?
Yeah.
Let me see. Actually, well, those are just shortcuts. Open up, let me see. Well, let me finish this first here.
So I've got Word, Excel.
Do you still have the box for this computer?
Yeah.
I don't suppose you brought that, did you?
No.
All right, I'm just kind of curious why we're having issues with Windows activation here. Oh. Oh. Got it. Okay, I see what the issue is. All right. Interesting.
This says OneDrive isn't signed in.
Okay, so you're not signed in over there. Well, that's interesting. So it hasn't been sending its stuff up to the cloud. What you should do,
No, I put everything on a drive.
you don't use OneDrive then?
And on my hardly. It's my desktop.
Well, that would explain why your stuff's not kind of just falling in. So if you turn on OneDrive on that thing, it'll start sending your data to the cloud, and then you sign in over here, and the new laptop will start sucking it up.
Okay.
You're paying for it. You may as well use the feature.
It said OneDrive isn't signed up, so I said okay.
Yeah, so sign into OneDrive, which is the same account you just signed in over here, the Microsoft account, using your AOL address.
How do I find it?
The OneDrive account should be right next to the clock. It should look like a cloud with a line through it because it's not signed in. That explains why your stuff's not, you were never using your cloud account on the older hardware. So what we're going to do is, you don't need to be here for that because it's going to take several, I don't know, maybe an hour or more to back everything up. You want to show it to me? Yeah, show me what we got here. Okay, so your OneDrive was never, oh, it is signed in.
I just signed in.
Oh, okay, well then, yeah. So, your stuff, yeah, this thing is showing its age. I remember we bought this thing new 5 or 6 years ago,
Yeah,
right?
I think longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is showing its age. Yeah, so let's just... Yeah, you're smart about buying this thing while this thing still functions, although it is obvious that the drive is starting to fail.
I've got this real important meeting tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we need to get this going then, yeah.
And I use this and it works great, but it's, you know, not all the time. And it's remote, and the access the internet is shaky, so I use a what's that called?
Oh, we're going to need to install off it?
A hotspot.
Got it.
Yeah.
So we're going to install AOL on this thing too?
Yeah.
All right. What processor is on here? Let's see what this processor is, Brian. This is a right click and then system. All right, it's an AMD Athlon Gold 3150U with 20 gigs of RAM. Straightforward from Lenovo. All set. So yeah, now we're just going to do some updates and then, oh, so there's your Microsoft. Here, type your Microsoft password right here. Here, if you want to move your stuff, you can put the machine right there. There.
Where do I put it?
Let me see.
My pin.
The OneDrive account.
You,
No, you don't need the pin right now. Let me see your mouse. This mouse is set up on this machine here. I hate that trackpad. Okay, so what you want is OneDrive. OneDrive right there. Come on. OneDrive. Come on. OneDrive. This machine is failing. It's so slow. That shortcut isn't showing up. That's annoying. Open. Yeah, it's not a bad one. The only thing, it just doesn't have USB-C. It's got 3 USB-A's on one side, which is unusual. No USB-A's on the right side, but it's got a memory chip on the side. It's got a camera memory reader on the right side. So it does the work. Oh, there it is. OneDrive isn't signed in. We know that. Come on, Microsoft. Okay, this is why we don't have an onslaught of data just falling onto the machine here. Okay, try to type your Microsoft password again.
Okay. Is that the one we just created, or
Yeah.
the one I have?
Well, you had it. You didn't need to change it. That's not the PIN. It's the password, yeah. No, not the PIN. Did you just type a PIN?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's a full password. We did it over here. Hold on. Now you gotta let it sit because the hard drive is failing. Give it a sec. Okay, now type the Microsoft password. Okay, let's see if that worked. Nope, we know you know it. So let's just figure out, where does it say Microsoft? I don't know what your password is.
Password, Microsoft Windows.
Good. So try that.
There's the Microsoft PIN.
No, it's a new PIN now. This is the password you typed
Yes.
earlier?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
then type that there.
I know.
No, his old computer, Brandon, it's totally failing. The mechanical drive, it's a 6 or 7 year old computer. His other Lenovo. His new machine has an SSD. Go ahead, yeah. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try this.
We just used it.
Well, let's make sure of it. Let's go to Microsoft.com and try to sign in there. Micro. .com. Try to sign in. Okay, try to sign in right here. Your email first, your AOL email. Good, now type your password. Okay, good, that's the correct password.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know it. That's why I wanted you to sign into the website.
Okay.
Okay, try that password again right here. Yeah, sorry, it's so bright. I gotta come up with some better lighting. Okay, looks like that might have worked. Meanwhile, I'm doing updates on your new machine. Good. So now your stuff should start to proliferate and start getting shoved up into the cloud. Settings. See, yeah, you have no history in the cloud because you never told this old one to back up to the cloud. So we're going to manage backup. Yeah, there we go. So when you leave this on, and we're going to also tell it not to go to sleep. We're going to let it sit somewhere at home, and it's going to send it all to the cloud, and it's all going to fall onto this one.
Okay.
That's why I wanted this to be set up on its own profile, because I didn't know what sort of history we were dealing with. You got 15 gigs of stuff, that's a lot, than just your desktop. So it's going to back it up first, and then it's going to send it over to the new machine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, Brandon, technically it's USB 3.1, but yeah, this is my friend Brandon. He's watching us live.
Okay.
Yeah, so this will start to do its thing, and it'll hours later it'll start to show up on this machine.
Okay.
You want to type your PIN here again?
Which one?
The 4 digits I told you to come up with. Oh, no, try it again. No, you tried again. You're mistyping it. No, I'll try it again. It's 4 digits. Are you typing it properly?
Yeah. I mean, it's
No, you didn't write it down yet. We've recreated it, remember?
okay.
There, that worked. That was it. So do you want to write that down somewhere?
I put it.
That's what that is?
PIN
Don't say it out
For-
loud. Okay, so that's...
for Microsoft Windows.
Got it.
Right there.
That's what you wrote today?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's.
Good. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Let's do some updates to finish this off. So Office is installed. Oh, that's right. We probably have to do some settings. Do some more updates. We don't necessarily have to complete all these updates here because they're just updates and you'd be able to do them at home. But they are bug fixes and feature enhancements because the copy of Windows I just installed is probably 6 months old or less. But yeah, these updates are always going to happen. You're always going to have them there. Good. View sync process. See how this looks right here? It's sending all your stuff up to the cloud. So it's just going to show up over here, but it's going to take several hours because it's got to send this up to the cloud first.
So all this stuff I have backed up on a drive.
That's fine, but you're paying for a cloud backup also, which you weren't using.
Okay.
So let's do this. We're going to go to the control panel and tell this thing not to go to sleep. Otherwise, it won't
Perfect.
finish sending everything to the cloud.
Perfect.
So we're going to go to the control panel and make sure that when you take this thing home and turn it on, it stays on and doesn't go to sleep.
So I can turn it off, go home.
Yeah, hold on a second. Hi, this is Chris.
Chris Sobrito. You have a caller. To accept the call, press 1. For more options, press star.
Hello, this is Chris.
Hi, Chris. This is Sage. I dropped off a MacBook
Oh, yeah.
Air.
Yeah, I pound on it. The bad news is I pounded on it, and that drive does not want to give any data up.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay, so it's a dead end.
Yeah, that machine, I don't know if it got electrocuted because when I tried to put it back in, it doesn't do any, like this, the display, it shows some digital artifacts that are hard to describe, but basically blocks at the bottom of the screen. Does that sound familiar?
It flashed. I think it flashed those while it was trying to load. I had the Apple,
Right,
loading bar, like it was turning on.
right.
But those did flash a couple times. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. So unfortunately, the good news I have for you is there's no bill.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm
well,
sorry.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so all I can do for you is the next time you want something set up is I can instruct you on how to back up properly to either an external device or the cloud. And I understand it's an 11-year-old machine, so it probably doesn't even have a version of Mac that knows what the iCloud is.
Exactly. Yeah, it was on its last leg, anyways.
Right.
But, more than time to get a new one. But,
Yeah.
but
I
no,
tell
I
people
really
to
appreciate you looking into it.
go ahead. Oh yeah.
No, I was just saying thank you. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So if you want to come get it, I'm here now. I am working with someone right now, so I won't be terribly available.
Okay.
But if you want to show up before the end of the day, I should be available.
Okay. And what is the end of the day for you?
Probably 5. So another hour and a half.
Okay.
Maybe I might be here a little bit longer than that. But give me a call as you head over if it's going to be close to that.
Okay. And if not, are you open on the weekends or
Saturday, yes,
possibly
not
Monday?
Sunday. So yeah, Monday I'll be around.
Okay. Perfect. That sounds great. I am just caught up in work as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure I'll be able to make it today.
Got it. No problem. No big deal.
Okay.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so now we're going to finish some more updates. So that's going to be her. Oh, that's right. We were on the getting this thing not to go to sleep. Do you see the battery icon? There, power options. Number one reason you update computers, while the old one still works, is so that me beating you up isn't so bad. So we're able to have me figure out what's going on the old machine. So we're going to tell this old machine not to go to sleep. You're going to plug it into the wall. And then plugged in, we're going to just say never. And then we may as well on the battery say never also. But make sure it's plugged in. And then in maybe an hour or two of sitting at home on your internet, it'll send all your stuff to the cloud.
Okay. Can I turn it off?
Yeah.
Then on my way home, turn it back on.
Yes.
Plug it in, and
Yes.
leave it.
Yeah.
plugged in.
So this is going to take at least another hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't want to. I mean, we could let this sit here for a while, but ultimately we're not going to know exactly how long it's going to take. Let this thing sit on your desk at home, and stuff is just going to start to show up on the new machine.
Okay.
Go ahead and type your 4 digits again. I was finishing updates. Just put that over there, yeah. Good. We're good. That worked. Good. Yeah, now you know that password. Okay, so you're still going to have some updates to do. Let me see how many more we might have. Check for updates. Probably have a handful more to do. See this icon on the cloud?
Yeah.
You see that little recycle sort of circle?
Yeah.
That means it's sending it all to the cloud.
Okay.
So that means it's going to be busy for a while, especially with the failing drive. It's going to take a bit longer.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of internet you have at home. But yeah, so these updates, I don't necessarily need to keep you here for this whole time.
Okay.
Let's just do one more batch of updates and restart. And can you think of anything else that might need to be reinstalled? Oh, AOL, right?
Yeah.
AOL Gold.
Yeah.
That's right. I noticed that's what you have over here. Is this your ID? No, type your mail right here, your email.
That's my son's name.
Go ahead and type
Great,
your
one
email.
sec.
Type your AOL address. It looks like it remembers here. Is this it right here?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, type your AOL password.
That's it.
Oh, hold on. Let me see here. Okay, so now I'm going to download AOL Gold. Looks like I got to finish some updates first. Okay, cool. I can't. Oh, continue downloading. There, now that's done. Now we can restart one more time. I got to finish updates. You can't do updates and a software installation at the same time. You could potentially break Windows.
Wow.
So we're going to restart, finish an update, and then we'll do AOL Gold, and then I should be pretty much in a position to be able to kick you out of here. And then you're going to turn that thing on when you go home, let it sit. Later that night, you can turn this thing on, and it'll start to bring your stuff down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't need to leave. I don't need to leave this here.
No, you're getting a full setup, minus some of your stuff in the cloud. Your stuff that's over here will just show up over here.
Okay.
Oh, you were paying for ESET over there. Do we need to install? Is that still up to date?
What?
ESET, the virus
I
protection?
think so.
If that's still up to date, we can still install that over here too.
Okay.
Type your 4 digits. Good. Okay, so eset.com. Okay, so we already have an account, so we're going to go existing customer. Since I don't know which ESET we bought, retrieve my license information. Okay, type your what's your email right there. Good, there it is. It's already got it. Okay, so now we're going to go check your AOL again. We're going to get, what we're doing is getting your ESET license here. And you got a lot of email. There we go. Here's our license.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got Nod 32. Good. Okay. I wish they had a link in the email that allows us to just download right from the email, but I guess for security reasons, I guess that's why they didn't. Copy. Let's go back to ESET's website, and now we're going to install their virus protection. We're going to go download. Already purchased.
If I want to research anything, I just go to AOL and type stuff, and it just pops up over probably 10 years.
Right. Okay, there's our ESET, our ESET virus protection is right here. Where's the darn download? That's annoying. We already have an account. Already. Just give us our download, please. Thank you. Oh, there it is. All right. Oh, there it is. They keep trying to make us a online account here. We already have that. That's how we got here. Okay, so we're installing the virus protection. Good. Enable these checkboxes. We're going to do skip login. We're going to use the license key. Continue. There's our virus protection, so you're good for as long as that was paid for, or you will be in about 10 seconds. It's going to install it.
How old is your hardware?
Well, believe it or not, the machine I'm using to stream this is actually 5 or 6 years old. That's just an entry-level Dell. But that Apple I have up there is only about 2 years old. That's an Apple up there. That silver thing.
Uh-huh.
That's a Mac Mini. Okay, so virus protection's good. Let's do one more batch of updates. See, attention needed means you still have some updates pending. Oh, what else was it I wanted to install? The virus protection's now done. Are you using Chrome over there? Yeah, you're using Chrome, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, AOL, we didn't finish yet. Hold on.
So Windows is installed.
I'm doing, yeah, Windows is installed, but it's still doing some updates. It's still got some updates pending. And that's always going to be the case, basically. All right, so now we're going to do AOL. Is it doing it? I don't know if it's actually doing it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, here it goes. So this is your AOL software that is being installed right now. So you do have Chrome. That's why I was wondering if you had a Chrome account. Let me see here. Start Chrome over here. I want to see if you have a Chrome account. That's... Well, you're not signed in, even if you did. All right. Not a big deal. Do you want Chrome over here? Because that's what you use? All right.
Yeah.
Even though you have this AOL Gold? All right.
Do you have anyone else who uses AOL?
Well, it's been a while, but I have a few, yeah. Chrome.google.com. So now we're going to install download Chrome. AOL should be good. This is a nice snappy machine. It's getting stuff done nice and fast.
Jesus, there's so many different Lenovo.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
This is why I get paid the big bucks.
Did you recommend this?
Well, I noticed you had Chrome over here, so that was what your comfort zone is. It's also why I assumed you had a Chrome account, but you don't, or you're not using it.
Right.
All right, so Chrome is now installed.
And so where's Windows? It's still...
No, Windows is, oh yeah, Windows is still updating.
Okay.
Let's see where we are here. Your virus protection's good. AOL is good. And then these are the settings where the updates for Windows are being done. In fact, we can do one more batch of updates by restarting. Brian, how are you? I got Brian and Brandon. I mix you two up all the time because your names are similar. See, this is my friend Brian, and then we got our Brandon up above. So they're on YouTube watching us.
Okay.
And they can interact and say hi. And like if you wanted to watch
And
this...
Sex Chat 69.
That's not real. That's a bot throwing spam in my chat room. That's not...
What, hoping you go for it?
Yeah, basically.
And then you're in big trouble.
Right. And then I got a virus I have to personally deal with. Right. Oh, darn it. All right, Brian. We're just setting up a Windows machine. It was a fairly straightforward Windows installation. Go ahead and type your 4 digits. I'm glad. Yeah. Okay, good. Nice and quick. Okay, let's see if there is any more updates that'll happen real quick. So so you have Windows 10 over here. So I don't know if you noticed, but your buttons over here are a little moved around. Like your start button is kind of in the middle now.
Okay, I didn't notice.
So here's like Word.
Oh, great.
I'll pin that because you use that more often than any other, right?
Yeah. So I'm ready to go with a Zoom meeting tomorrow.
Okay, we can do that. Let's do Zoom. Let's make sure
Great.
Zoom is... Let me see here.
Oh, it's not on this machine.
Well, you've never used Zoom over there, right?
I guess not. I hardly ever use this.
Right. Let's see here.
Although I used it 3 months ago and it worked fine.
Well, it's one of those apps that's going to have a new update available all the time. That's why you want to keep all your browsers up to date. And the new browsers are available every 6 weeks. There's a new version of Chrome. I'm updating Chrome here and it's being silly. Okay, there we go. So Chrome is now the new browser. So we're going to go to zoom.us to install Zoom. Yeah, I think technically Yahoo and AOL are still the same company. They have been for a while. And Verizon also. Let's
really?
see. Yeah, as far as the paperwork goes, yeah. Okay, so what we want is the download. Products. Where's their download? Download center, there we are. We just want to download a copy of Zoom so you can log in later. Yeah, so this camera should be all you need, and in fact there's also a microphone. That's what this hole is.
Okay.
There's a microphone built in. And again, if you want to look like the coolest guy in the office, you can get yourself an upgraded camera and you can get yourself an upgraded microphone. I mean, if I was an executive, I'd have this set up and they'd never know it. I just sound the best and look the best because I got the best microphones and cameras. If you wanted to go there, even with a laptop, you could. Most people don't bother.
Yeah.
So here's Office. See, it's tied to your 365 AOL
Okay.
address right there. Pin that there. See, these are your documents starting to show up.
Okay.
We got to finish a Zoom installation. There. Good. So now Zoom is in there. Now you got the icon.
Great.
So when it starts, it's this blue icon right there.
Okay. Great.
Now I think we've installed everything you would really care about.
Okay.
Let's just see if any of these updates are done. Yeah, see, you can tell it's still shoving stuff into the cloud.
What's the blue symbol on it? Is
Oh, the
that-
blue symbol I just mentioned is on the new one. That's the new Zoom logo. Right there.
No, on the cloud.
Oh, the little cloud icon with the blue
Yeah.
recycle arrows, sort of?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the cloud sending your data to the cloud. So if anything happens to those physical backups we were talking about, you have the cloud to refer to. But it's still good to continue doing those manual backups. In case anything happens to the cloud, or in case you get one of those ransomware viruses, you still want something that's not plugged into the machine, or hasn't been since that happened. So all we can do now, I mean, essentially, we don't need to do anything except these updates. These still have to happen.
And they'll keep happening as long as I keep this on.
Right. Yeah, so essentially what
And
you,
set it so it doesn't ever expire.
so it doesn't go to sleep.
Doesn't go to sleep.
So that when you can walk away from this, when it's all updated, all your software to the cloud. Yeah.
I can update. You mean it's being updated?
Yeah,
to
so
the
this
cloud.
thing is sending all your data that you care about to
Yeah.
the cloud, and then this thing will bring it down once this is done.
Okay.
Stuff is just going to eventually start to show up,
Like
but it won't be obvious unless it's done. It's already done and
like
backing up.
2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a vague guess, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's going to be a while before we have an accurate assessment, but it's essentially going to pull stuff down. Oh, and it updated for the new Windows Pro.
Does that happen automatically, or you got to say, if you're a 10, you got to say, I want to update to 11?
Yeah, so a lot of people have the option to go 11, and a lot of people, for good reason, don't want to because there's technical limitations. Like a lot of the gamers, there's some compatibility issues.
Oh,
But for your sake, you want to go and have the latest Windows 11 because it is more secure from viruses. But Windows 11 is going to be really what you want. And you paid for Pro even though you didn't need it. So it gives you some features you probably never care about. But yeah, just use it. Windows 11 is really going to be more secure. And cosmetically, it'll be slightly different. But really, stick with your Windows 11 here. And then when this finally fails, technically, if you replace the drive in here, which you could, because that's the failure, you can relive. You can put a little bit more life into it, but don't expect more than 2 years, because for 2 more years, Windows 10 is still usable. In 2 more years, you'll never get more. You will no longer get security updates
why couldn't I update this to 11?
because the hardware doesn't support it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You like your older PC with the DDR2 and the DDR3? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played with Linux lately. Brandon. So we're just doing these final updates. I'm wondering if this is your last batch. I'm just kind of curious. So virus protection, AOL, backup, and then Office. So here's your shortcut for Word. Yeah, your stuff's just going to show up. See, Word actually shows all your stuff that's over there anyway. So you're good. All right, I think we're good. Can you think of anything else you might be missing?
yeah.
All right. See, I wanted to use your Chrome account since you don't seem to have a Google password.
That's
It's
weird.
not a big deal.
Yeah. So I'll set up my.
So
Google
here's
password.
what I'm recommending is if you
Yeah.
turn on sync, it'll save your cloud backup it'll save your settings in Chrome to the cloud. So your favorites will always be in the cloud. You were never using it over here. That's what I noticed.
Yeah.
That feature, I figured that might be why you were using Chrome, but you were never signing into your Chrome account. So it wasn't backing its cloud features or your settings up to the cloud.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, you're going to have to reset that